Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Flawless Fatherhood. In this episode, I want to discuss and talk about the topic of a YouTube short that I made yesterday, actually, day before yesterday, about men value commitment more than women. Okay? Now, that was shocking to a lot of people, but I believe that. And I'm telling you, I believe that it's not just because I believe it in numbers, but numbers show it, right? Because when two people are standing together at the altar, for better or for worse, to death do us part, and they're giving each other, they're right there. And at an 80% clip, the woman is walking away and turning her back and walking away from the marriage when the man is still there, when the man is not initiating that action. I didn't make those numbers up. That's what that's what human beings are putting on the table, and for the numbers to show us. They say men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? I didn't make it up. That's just how it is. But here's the thing. I had a subscriber, not a subscriber really, close friend, just like family. We're talking about the YouTube short, and we're talking about the content of that video. And they basically called me by my nickname, but for channel sake, let's just say 50, Mr. 50-50. So they're like, oh, Mr. 50-50, oh yeah, that was a nice short, that was a nice YouTube short. But the first thing I thought about was, how you gonna say men value marriage more than women? And when you say when actually you divorced your wife, and it kind of it made me chuckle, right? And I knew where the person was going, and I replied by saying, okay, well, look, here's the deal. I'm glad you mentioned that, so now I can make a short video of it, because yes, I am in that 20%, 80% of the women that initiate divorce. I am in that 20% of men that initiated. But I could have easily not been in that 20%. How you guys asked? Thanks for asking, I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you why. When me and my ex-wife was going through a divorce, or heading towards divorce, as I was still in the house with our two boys at the time, which were 8 and 3 or 9 and 4, whatever the two, and she had left the home. In which she tried to take the boys, but that's a different story, and I believe I covered that before. I'll talk about it later once I start doing my lives and everything. But what happened was, me and her still communicated, right? Because a part of me still wanted to be married, When you buy into the programming and the indoctrination of growing up and, getting a ring and getting on your knee and getting below the woman and begging her to do something that she's already been wanting to do in the first freaking place. Hey, look, I wanted things to work, but I'm going to tell you something. Through communicating, we talking, and we knew where we were heading. She had mentioned to me that she had went and saw an attorney. Okay? She had went and saw an attorney, and she had gave her attorney 2 deposits of $250. $500 total. And that she had another installment of $225 to give her before her attorney started working on the paperwork. When she told me that, gentlemen, when she told me that immediately flipped the switch to me. Because I knew at that point in time, oh no, you can leave, but I'm going to initiate this divorce. Now, mind you, a part of me still wanted to make it work. I just know I wasn't going to allow her to take the kids. But once I realized she had given money to her attorney, the next day I was doing research to determine, when I was at work, determining what attorney I was going to use, which was a fairly easy kind of thing to realize, because I have attorneys and business people all on my route, and I found an attorney, and her parents actually live on my route, and she's professional. She's good, but she's still an attorney, But I decided I was going to go with her, and less than 48 hours later, I had retained her and gave her $1,500, and I was having a consultation. I don't know. I believe my consultation was free, but I retained her right away, and she initiated the paperwork to my then wife, to start the divorce. I said all that to say this. I only, to be honest with you, initiated divorce because I found out through my ex-wife's own admission that she was going to initiate a divorce. Once I realized she was financially committed to doing it, that's when I snapped and I went and did it. If she had never told me that, she would have initiated a divorce against me. I believe the result would have still been the same, but I still hold a lot of stock into whoever initiates the divorce really kind of gets an upper hand. Now, mind you, I had the boys still because they were still in the house, but just initiating the divorce probably could have put her right back there or pretty close to it. But because I didn't allow her to take the children, because again, when you're both married, when husband and wife are married, you have equal rights to the children. And I wasn't indoctrinated to just let the wife or the woman take the kids. And a lot of men do, a lot of husbands do, and that's a mistake. And that's what I'm trying to have people not do. So I didn't allow her to take the kids, and the cops didn't force me to let her take the kids because they can't do that, because like I said before in other videos, unless I allowed them to leave, she couldn't take them because we were married, we had equal rights. So it was a family law, family courts type thing. So she left without them. So because I had the kids and I initiated divorce, I was a lot higher to her. Plus something else happened. Well, I'll go ahead and say for the sake of video that I filed an injunction order for restraining order because it was a domestic thing. So I had 3 levels up on her. I had the kids and she left the kids, abandonment. Then I initiated a divorce, and I actually filed an injunction on her because of domestic dispute. So I had 3 levels up on her. She had a mountain to climb. And that's where most men, they have mountains to climb. And it makes it hard as hell. It wasn't hard for me because I did what I needed to do in order to be in a position of an advantage position. And that's my main mission. Informing husbands how to not make missteps and setting their ego aside and doing what's right for them and their kids. And also for fathers that are unwed, how to help them navigate making sure that they stay in their kids' lives, and even if they're not in their kids' lives, to be able to get there in time. I have the recipe, the blueprint, the flawless fatherhood blueprint, and how to freaking eliminate this fatherless society for this country. I have it. Nobody else have it. I should patent something, to be totally honest with you. But I can't do it myself. I need you guys' help. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. If you know somebody that's in a bad marriage, a husband that's in a bad marriage, hell, if you know a wife that's in a bad marriage, at the end of the day, I'm pro the children. I'm not necessarily pro man or pro woman. It just so happened that more men get screwed over by the system, so by default it makes me pro men. I am pro children. If there's a good mother and a good father, they should be in that child's life equally. That's why I adapted the name, and I took on the name Mr. 50-50, because I understand the importance of 2 good parents being in each other's lives, being in the kids' lives. So I just wanted to address that and be like, listen, yes, I initiated divorce, but I could have easily not, only because she had already took steps to retain an attorney. But your boy got in there and made sure I secured the bag. Not the bag of money, the bag for making sure I was able to raise our sons into grown men that have careers that are strong and doing something with their lives outside of being raised by a woman that can't freaking handle them and will, not to say she would have did that, but they definitely wouldn't be the men they are today without my guidance, right? And that's the problem with the youth nowadays, because enough young men, boys growing into young men, do not have the guidance of the father. But we're going to eliminate that here at Flawless Fatherhood, and I need your help to do it. Guys, let me give you a little piece of homework. I might mention this in a YouTube short. If you know someone that's having an issue, put them onto the channel and have them subscribe, okay? If you do, I greatly appreciate it. And let me know in the comments if you did do that or not. And hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to do with this platform, all right? So this is a passion for me, guys. This is something that's been with me for years. I got divorced at 29 years old. Look at me. It's nothing special about me, you know? I'm a freaking overweight, freaking 46-year-old black dude that's never been to freaking college a day in his freaking life, never read a law book. So how the hell can I make sure I have my children in a divorce and get them the majority of the time and be the primary custodial parent, and have a child out unwed outside of the relationship, outside of marriage, and have them 50-50? Why? Because I learned and saw and gained wisdom, and I'm trying to give to you and everyone else. Because if I knew that every man, every husband, and future father knew what I know, it's almost like Thanos would have snapped his finger and the fatherless epidemic would be done. Just like that. Flawless Fatherhood, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's right. Remember that. See you on the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the comments if need be. Thanks for watching.